Good afternoon, man. We get questions all the time about how to spot, complaints people improperly spotting, and I see people going for lifts without asking for a spot all the time. So today we're gonna address that, how to properly spot, when to spot, how to lift off, and things like that for your 3 major lifts. Today, I got Dr. Jake from Laurel Street Chiropractic here. Now you've been in strength sports for forever, right?
It's been about 14 years.
Okay. So you can see Dr. Jake in here. You can see him on our page, on his page. He's putting up some huge lifts, and he's a big supporter of strength sports here in Alaska. So we're stoked to have him here today. So thank you. And what we're going to do first is we're going to go into a bench, right?
That's correct. We're going to show the proper form of how to spot for the bench press, and then we'll go into the squat and the deadlift.
And so what we're going to do is we're going to do number one, the lift off. So for these heavier presses, you're going to want to lift off. Some people prefer that, some don't. We're going to go into a single person.
We're going to do single person spotting and then a 3-person spotting.
3-person spot? Okay, perfect. And then we'll go in a deadlift, and then we'll go into squatting there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What's up, everybody? My name's Alkai. I'm a competitive powerlifter here at Southside Fitness. Today is bench day, and I wanted to go over the basics of what we do for a good, proper handoff and for proper spotting as a back spotter on the bench press. So, key things that I'm looking for in my spotter is stability and evenness across the bar. So what I look for is not the over-under technique, but what I want is the double overhand. So when we're doing the palms up grip, let's say when we're getting a little bit of a handoff, that palms up grip is gonna get a little bit more power, so that bar is gonna be a little bit uneven for your lifter. So what we're looking for here is a good palms down grip on the inside of the bench presser's hands. I'll show you what I mean here in a second.
So me and Kai have been lifting together for a long time. We've discussed the way he likes a spotter to work with him and what I need to do. Check the weights to make sure they're equal so they're not imbalanced or hurting a lifter. Kai's gonna set up right now and I'm gonna spot him.
All right, everybody, so before I press 485, I wanted to explain what the significance of side spotters is. So as we climb weight on the bar, obviously the top spot in the back is gonna be super important, especially for the handoff, but there's so many variables that can go into what's going on. So what I'm looking for is a good stable side spot. So what we need to have is for these guys, so we got Bassa and Jake, to spot properly from the side. We're looking for one hand to be under the plates and one hand to be near the bar. So if I do see any indication of a down movement, they'll know exactly when to take it off my chest or pull it from me and re-rack it into the J hooks here.
So the only one that should be touching the bar is the main spotter back here. The side are just for support. If they touch early, it can knock them off balance, it can cause injury. So this is the main spotter right here on a 3-man spot. All right, we're on to the deadlift. We're gonna show you proper ways to spot for the deadlift. So we've already communicated, me and Kai, we know what we want. With the spotter, you want to make sure there's nothing around that they could fall on, get stabbed by, poked. I'm ready to do my lift. Kai's gonna be behind me, and he's gonna explain why he's behind me after the lift.
So we got a few reasons why I'm standing behind Jake. There's so many variables that go into deadlifts, whether it's poor sleep, poor sodium, poor food, or stress. There's a lot of things that can cause people to have that blackout effect that you've seen, I'm sure, on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. So my job as doing my due diligence as a good spotter is to be behind Jake as close as I can. I have 1 foot here, my hip on his butt. I have 1 hand on his back and 1 hand on his chest. And I'm gonna hold him here until I feel like he's okay. There have been many occasions where I've been competing and someone will walk off the platform and then have their little episode. So do your due diligence. When someone is doing something heavy, do them a favor and follow them off the platform if need be.
I'm gonna show you what the deadlift jack does. It's gonna save your back and save our equipment. This is how we load and unload the plates effectively and safely. All right, we're on to the squat. We've discussed as the lifter and the spotter what we expect of each other. Always look around your surroundings, make sure there's nothing that's gonna hurt the lifter or the spotter, because you don't want the weight to fall off and you have to catch it as the spotter or smash the lifter and then just a whole bunch of other problems. We have the safety support bars right here in case he does fail. Kai's gonna set up in his squat and I'm gonna show you how to single spot with 1 spotter. Kai's gonna set up, he's gonna unrack the weights, be close as the spotter, He's gonna find his spot right here. Don't touch the lifter. He's gonna squat and I'm gonna follow him down. And then he's gonna step forward. You help him re-rack so he doesn't pitch his hands, get hurt. Any downward progression when he's squatting, that's when you're gonna help support. Lifter stuck, support, lift, walking forward, support the bar, right there. So we're gonna show you a felled squat with 3 spotters, 2 on the side, 1 in the back. Everybody's nice and close, following the lifter. Okay. Stay nice and close. Stuck, up, step forward. Just like that.